We are live.
We are?
Hello, everyone. We are live. Welcome to the Compass Girls. I'm Rachel Ferrucci.
And I'm Zippy Sandler.
And we are the Compass Girls. Thank you so much for coming. We love meeting with you every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. We look forward to it each and every week. Be sure to click that share button down there.
Yes, share the show on your page, on your profiles and pages, because you'll get some extra entries into our special giveaways tonight.
That's right. Every week we love to give something away, and the more you engage and comment and share and show us love, the more entries you get. So you can follow us on Facebook, the Compass Girls, which your hair.
And if you're watching from someone else's feed, if it's on their site, hop on over to the Compass Girls and watch us here, because then we can see your comments.
Yes.
Even though I haven't shared it yet.
And you can also follow us on Instagram. It's the Compass Girls. And we are now on Twitter. Like, we're talking. We're there.
Oh, we are?
We are.
You think that two people who tweet a lot and have a good following on Twitter would have done that first? I'm just saying, sometimes things don't go as planned.
It's very weird, isn't it?
It is. But that happens. Sometimes we do things backwards.
Yep. And it's weird, too, because we've been online and had these accounts for so long, and now we're starting all over. So it's a little bit weird.
Sorry, I'm typing. I'm sharing. Do I get an entry?
Yeah. So you actually see us?
I can see us.
You can.
Why? I can go to the Compass Girls and see us. I have the volume turned off, and I am sharing it now to Champagne Living, and I'm going to share it to my own personal page in about 2 seconds. When I'm going to hit the share button, and I don't want the prizes, but can I say something? I want to see what you're wearing, because you look very sexy tonight.
Okay, so there's a reason for that. Not a reason that I'm looking sexy. I'm not saying I look sexy, but there's a reason why I grabbed what I'm wearing tonight. We talked about, so every week we talk about beauty and our travel, and we're always talking about how to look better with tips, wonderful places we've gone. Hi, Kathy. Sorry I didn't get to the gym today. It was a little bit crazy.
Hi, Kathy. See, I can see Kathy too.
Oh, good. See?
I need a break.
We're starting to get this down pat. So let's first thing. Let's get it out of the way. Our winner from last week.
That's right. For the Target Beauty Box, which I love. It was my new one was supposed to arrive yesterday. Then I thought it was going to come today. I got the UPS notice, and now it's tomorrow. And I was kind of hoping I would show you the new one. I could open it live, but you can go on and see what's in it. It looks really cool.
So do we have the winner?
We do. It's Sandy McKenna. Yay, Sandy!
Good go.
So Sandy, get your mailing address to us at thecompassgirls@gmail.com. You can DM me, because we chat every now and then. You can DM me. Just send me your mailing address, and I will put it in and have it shipped out to you. And congratulations!
Yes, congratulations.
You love it. I love it.
And then tonight, well, it's not going to make sense when I say it right now, but it will make sense later in the show. We're going to be giving away 3 RFID protectors, and we have some just fun things. Derma, so a little care package.
Derma E, I love that.
Yes. So now, see, you call it Derma E. Other people call it Derma E. I call it Derma, but I guess it's Derma dash E.
There's
so
a space. I think it's Derma E. This is space.
I'd say everything wrong. So
I used to buy it at Whole Foods. Was it Whole Foods? Whole Foods.
Well, we have a anti-wrinkle cleanser.
Oh, I knew that. I knew that.
Have Sun Defense mineral oil free sunscreen, which we're gonna need this soon. It's gonna start warming up, and which you should wear sunscreen all the time anyway. Winter sun can damage your skin, so you should always be wearing SPF. And then Very Clear acne cleanser. It's funny because when I was younger, I had acne. Then I didn't have it anymore. And when I first started going through perimenopause, all of a sudden I started getting like a zit here and there. I was like, what is going on? Like, why is this happening at 45? But now I don't get anything anymore. So we have those. And I also have one other thing because I feel
like. Are you trying to tell people that you're 45?
I'm not 45 when I was 45.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Yeah. She's not 45.
I'm not 45.
She's 45 like I'm 55. No.
I'm pushing the big 50.
Sure are. Yeah. You look good for it.
This is, of course, I don't have my glasses. So it's Neriah Triple Acting Eye Cream.
Ooh, Neriah, what is that?
Neriah is really good. You know what? They sponsored one of our girls' night out events. If you remember, you never could get up here for them, but they sponsored.
I'm just a sponsor. I can't. I'm just a host that never goes.
Well, you know how I got these. The winner who won this was a giveaway. I emailed her, and then I emailed her. I was like, if you don't get back to me in the next 30 days, you're not going to get it. And I've been holding it for now 5 months, and she still hasn't. So maybe she doesn't want it. So you guys win because
I'm giving it
your game away tonight. Yeah, and it's so good. Like, this is really good stuff. And this is an overnight cream, but now they're not a sponsor. I just want to show you just because I love it so much.
Now, so Tools to Tiaras is Champagne Living sponsored last week. Tools to Tiaras is sponsoring these. Correct?
Yep. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. So that means you have to go to tiaras.com and and read Rachel's.
So yeah, we're giving that stuff away. Hi Vicki, she's in Indiana. We are doing a girls' night out the week March 21st. You're not going to be able to get up here, and I'm really sad because we have such a good time. It's the Brand Connection, Zippy and I's other business, and Chrissy Beam, a part of Fit Body Boot Camp. She also comes in and helps Zippy and I with these events. So they always turn out fabulous. And this time we're going to have wine and a photo booth, and we're going to watch Long Shot with Charlize Theron and Seth Grogan, right? Seth
Rogen.
Yes.
Rogen. A Rachelism.
I stink with names.
Calling him Rachelism.
Sorry, Seth, if you're watching, because he could very well be watching right now.
That's true.
Yeah. So anyway, they're in it. It's going to be good. She's running for president, so it's going to be very, very fun. Good time. We allow up to 100 people. We have sold out every one of our events. So this one is going to be a sellout too. And
I heard there's something special happening too.
Oh yeah.
That there's going to be a very special giveaway. Did I hear that right?
Yes, we have a weekend in the Poconos that we're giving away.
That's what I thought we were giving away.
Yes. And Lisa said Seth is with her watching. I figured that, you know.
I love you, Lisa.
Somewhere. So Brantford Fit Body has a special giveaway too, but we're not telling yet. It's a surprise.
Really?
And then, of course, there's other things. Okay.
You say that like it's nothing.
What are you drinking tonight?
What was that?
Tell me what you're drinking.
Oh, I wanted to show you what I'm drinking tonight. Oh, yours is pretty. Yours is pink. Is it a rosé?
It is a rosé. I was in a rosé.
Yeah. So this week, Chris Wine sponsored a Facebook post of mine, or two of them. And I love the wine so much that I bought another bottle. And I am drinking it here tonight. It's their Pinot Grigio. And here's what I love about it. First of all, it's a really well-priced wine. It runs between, depending on where you get it, I've seen it as low as $9.97 up to about $14. At the fresh market, it was probably on the higher end. I found it at Sam's Club. But if you go to, and Rachel just put the link up, chriswine.com, the locations are all in there. It's got the screw top, making it easy for me to not deal with. It's a nice
screw tops.
Because I like to screw.
Yeah.
I had to say it. I don't really. I'm a liar. So we'll talk about that later in the show. This is a 2016 Pinot Grigio, which is a nice, light, drinkable wine. It's dry, it's clean, it's crisp. It doesn't linger after the first sip. So salud. Grab your wine and drink along. And Rach, what are you drinking? I know you're drinking rosé. What kind is it?
It's Tattoo Girl.
I never heard of it. Is it good?
First time. It doesn't suck.
Well, that's okay. There you go.
All right.
No.
That's mean. It's mean. You know what? I was expecting sweeter. It's not very sweet.
Oh, I like the dry rosé.
Yeah,
is it a dry rosé?
You would like it, and this is why we both need to have a bottle of the same wine, because even though our tastes are alike, our tastes are different. It's
right.
Now that I know that it's a dry rosé, I'm okay with it. But you know, when you're expecting lemonade and you sip iced tea, or you know, and you're like, oh, that's not what I was expecting. Right. So anyway, but yes, it's good. It's Tattoo Girl. I'm pretty sure it's a pretty new line, and
where'd you get it? Did you grab it at the grocery store, or?
You know what? A friend of mine is a distributor, and he drops off bottles here and there. So I tried different wines. Yeah. Okay. So I had a really crappy, it's going on a couple months now. And
I can't wait. Oh, by the way, we are no longer allowed to swear at all because Facebook gave us a little slap and wouldn't let us do something.
Can you believe that? And it's so hard.
We were inappropriate.
Because I like to say the SH, you know, that word.
Yeah, she said the H word. She said the crap word, that word. Can we say that one?
Yeah, and we got punished.
Well, we didn't get punished, but we weren't allowed to boost. I wanted to do something with the video, and they wouldn't let us because they said there was inappropriate language. But
Well,
we also showed that game,
yeah, we want to.
which isn't fair.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, it's a game. Get over it, Facebook. It's a game, and it happens, you know. But all right, so I could use crap. So I'm using that word.
I think you can use crap.
Yeah. So let's see. Where did we go a month ago? Or I was somewhere when we had the flood. Where was I? Where were we?
Oh, you were with me. We were together.
Yeah, I forget where we were, but my husband called and he's like, we had a little bit of water downstairs, but it had rain, so I thought there was, like the rain came in a little bit. Zippy and I were away. My husband called, there was like inches of water downstairs. Now, when I thought it was the rainwater before I went away, I had vacuumed it up with the wet dry vac, and I used towels, old towels, thank God. And I touched the water to see if it was warm, thinking maybe it's the water heat. I didn't know what it was. But anyway, long story short.
I know where I actually looked it up. We were in LA when it happened. We were at the Mary Poppins thing.
Yes, we were at Mary Poppins trying to have a good time. My downstairs is flooded. And Rich was basically left with that entire project of cleaning up the flood. So so that happens. Then we find out that it was sewer water, like disgusting sewer water. I stuck my finger in sewer water to see if it was warm. Okay.
Gross.
We put excuse me, we put towels down, and Rich was bringing them in the driveway, bringing them out so I could keep sopping up the water. Like, disgusting. I can't believe we didn't get sick, but whatever. We made it through that. Adjuster comes, and let me just give a piece of advice to people. If you have any kind of flood, fire, anything that you have to call your insurance company for, get a private adjuster. We found this out. Now, I knew right away to call the private adjuster because when Chrissy had her fire last year, we found out. Right. And when I tell you, they went through like hell back and forth, like trying to get everything, and then they got the adjuster, and that helped a lot. But that taught me a lesson that you need the adjuster because they're going to be on your side and help you. I'm lucky my house insurance was awesome. The adjuster was like, they need this, 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 and they literally came and they were like, okay, so great. So now we're still cleaning up and going through stuff, and we got to put it on a list and everything else. So then we're doing that. Then we already talked about, we had the show where Zippy and I talked about how I was going through perimenopause, and I thought I was losing my mind, and I was having all these symptoms, and I can't sleep, and then I sleep too much, and then I'm cranky, and then I'm sad, and then I'm happy, and I'm like just all over the place. So last Thursday, I can't sleep as usual. I'm laying in bed. Well, I go to bed at about 1:30. I'm laying in bed until 4:06 was the last time I looked at the clock. And 8:30 or 8, I don't know. Time doesn't matter. Rich runs in the bedroom and he's like, Ray, our car is gone. And I'm like, what? So I jump up, we look, no car. Call the cops. Cops got to come, and you're not thinking straight because you can't believe that the car is gone. So they're asking us our license number. We could not think of. We know our license plate number. We could not think of it. Like, not at all. You go grab your registration. So what I learned from that was have a copy of your registration, your license number. I went to cancel one of my easy passes, and I don't have the number. I have two. One is in with Courtney in Boston, and one is here, but I couldn't cancel them both because then if she went to go through, she would get in trouble and have to,
But can't she read it off the back?
Well, that's what she did. So thank goodness she was able to look at that one to give me that number. But have a copy of your easy passes. We canceled our Sirius because we had Sirius for the car, so I forgot about that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I wouldn't even think to do that because I have that.
Yeah, so like have all of that stuff where you can just grab it, like keep it with your insurance information so that when you're all boggled up and can't think, because when things happen, like you barely remember your name. And so Carissa was like, Ma, get it on Facebook. So the other thing was I had to search for a picture of my car. I didn't have a picture. So that's the other thing. Make sure you take pictures of everything and keep it somewhere. So I found a picture of my car because I happened to do a post about a Christmas tree, and I brought the tree to my girlfriend. So the car is in my girlfriend's driveway with the tree on it. So that was the picture I used, but thank goodness I had it. And then Courtney's friend made this thing that showed the stickers that we had on the back, put it on Facebook. I complain about Facebook all the time, but let me tell you that, and not counting like my blogging friends or influencer friends, social media friends, because they're not in Connecticut, most of them. They're all everywhere else. Them sharing my post isn't really going to help unless they have Connecticut people. So just
you never know.
Family, friends, their friends, and community. My post was shared over 650 times. That's huge.
Wow.
Yeah. And like comments and people checking on me and looking for the car. Like the Facebook community, boy, when it's something like that, it just makes you feel so good. Like totally blessed with my community. So thank God for that. Now, what not to do when someone says their car was stolen, and I have been guilty of this, but we need to be mindful and never do it again. If someone says their car is stolen, don't make your first question be, was it locked? Because really, it doesn't matter. Their car was stolen. My car was locked, but that doesn't matter. It was up in my driveway next to my house. That didn't matter. I had a lighted driveway that when you walk up it, the spotlights come on. That didn't matter. I had security cameras with a big sign that said security cameras, like a sign this big. It's huge. That didn't matter. The next question was, don't you have security cameras? Do you have the picture? Yes, we have security cameras. If we had the picture, and we didn't because the batteries had just ran out, and 2 weeks ago, Rich said to me, you know, Ray, I want new cameras. We need to get the Ring or something. We looked, we were at Best Buy and we were at Sam's Club, and I was like, they're $300 and something. Let's wait. We're going to wait. That was 2 weeks ago. Guess what? We could have used them. However, on the other
But it still would have been gone. You would have been able to see them, but the car would still have been gone.
Right. Unless I had one of the ones with the notification. But then I was saying I was up. So what if I did see them? Because let's face it, I'm kind of a hothead. My family were hotheads. If I saw them going in my car, so I'm most likely, even though I would say I don't want to, I would run out there and go after them, which then I could seriously get hurt, shot, stabbed, whatever, run over. So that would not have been the smart thing to do. So it's almost better that I did not see it. But yeah, don't ask someone if their car was locked. Just, if you could share it or whatever. But and I think we asked that question because I've done it. Someone's car got stolen a couple months ago, and my question was did she have it locked? And then afterwards I was like, well, it doesn't really matter. Like, it's her car. It was in her driveway. Whether it's locked, yeah, we're supposed to lock it, but does it matter? So here's some interesting things that I found out that you need to think about and keep your stuff safe. Hi, Renisha. Ray.
I thought she was here. I was waiting for you to take a breath.
Sorry. I'm on a roll. I'm like butter.
Oh, keep going, because I've been, I swear to God, all I see is bad news lately, and things happening. So this is really on point.
Yeah, it's I've seen so many when I put that post up, like, people were messaging me and putting comments like, oh, so-and-so got their car stolen and this one got their car stolen, and it's like everywhere. So I had a key fob, and I'm thinking the key fob is pretty safe. You lock it, it beeps, it has security. If you tried to get in the car, the alarm would go off on the car, right? And it's keyless entry. So I looked, oh, that was the other thing. I was like, where's the glass? There's no glass. How did they get in my car? Like, they would have had to bust out a window. I'm thinking the old screwdriver trick. You pop out the ignition, you grab the wires, you use the screwdriver inside the ignition, something like that. I know how to, but
Well, I grew up in the automobile business, and when my dad when they'd get a car in and they were waiting for a key, like you buy one at the auction, but it would have no key, they would take it on the flatbed and they would wait for the key to come in. That's how they started them. That's how we started them a lot if we had to.
I could remember an ignition in a car that we had. This is going way back, like early 80s. And someone tried to steal the car. They didn't get it, but they did pop out the ignition. And we literally had to start the car with a screwdriver after that until my grandfather went and got another car.
Hot wire it. Yep.
Yep. My grandmother's car got stolen one time, and my aunt, I probably shouldn't even be telling the story. My aunt, she's gone now, and my mom, they actually, I told you, we're hotheads. They jumped in my aunt's car packing and went after the car.
Eileen.
Don't mess with my mama.
Oh my gosh, your mother is nuts. I love her though.
Yeah, so
go ahead. You were saying
the car. I think my mom and my aunt scared them because they jumped out of the car. But that's a different time, way back. Never go after your car. Like, let's just let them have the car. Okay, so back to the fob. So what they have now, it's a 2-man job, and they have what's called a relay box. And what happens is one guy stands by the car with the box, and the other guy goes and walks by your house. Now, think about how far away you could be when you're locking and unlocking your car, when you're coming out of the store, walking to your car and you're unlocking it. Think of how far you are. So if your fob is on your kitchen counter and they're outside your house with that other box, they're picking up that signal into the box of the guy by the house. Then that box relays it to the guy next to your car, and boop, the car is locked, opens, they get in the car, and they now have the code. They push the button, and normally, if you drove off and didn't have the key, the car would shut off or whatever because it's not getting that connection. Well, with these relay boxes, they could just, as long as the box is in the car, they could drive the car like forever. So they will keep walking all around your house until they get that signal. And it's so quick.
And you were awake, which has got to be freaky for you to think that you were sitting there awake and this was going on.
Yeah.
That had to be scary.
They say if you put your keys in the middle of your house, but your house better be like a football field then. Because I used to be able to like click my car from in my kitchen. I could, and that's like through my living room, I could click my car and make it lock or unlock. And then, so the only way that they can't get the signal, and this is where, if you saw my post with the Happy Days lunchbox, how is a Happy Days lunchbox going to keep you?
Yeah, I saw that. I couldn't figure out what that was.
It's because the old metal lunchboxes, if you have one around, take it out and keep it, because if you put your keys in there, they can't get the code. It has to be a metal box, or
interesting.
Yep, or one of the RFID protectors, the fob protectors, like for your credit cards.
Oh, so that's why we're giving them away tonight.
That's why we're giving 3 away, because I am gonna. If you don't have a fob, you could have the credit card one. But the other thing,
and those, as a traveler,
very
here's
important.
What happens with credit cards. You don't even know that your credit cards are being scanned. You can have them in your pocketbook or your pocket, and someone has an RFID reader, and they can read that code off of the strip, off of the back of your card, and steal your credit card. They don't need possession of it. So that's a really good thing to have. I know when I travel, I always say, I'm going to get one of those.
Yes, and we should. I'll tell you what. I have, what travel bag is it? Has the RFID pocket. We have one. Someone sent it to us, but Jane, I'm just gonna, because Jane asked me to say it again. So you have your key fob for your car keys. They are on your kitchen counter. One guy is standing near your house somewhere, walking by your house with a special box that picks up the signal off your keys. So here's your keys. That signal goes to this box. Then this box relays your key information, the data that's in that key, over to the guy that's right next to your car with a relay box. So that's why they call it a relay box. It relays your key's code to the box, which now can start the car. So they're able to open the car door and get on it.
Jane has a good question. She's wondering if you have a home alarm fob, your home alarm. Some people have a fob to turn it on and off. That's a good question.
Oh, okay.
I would definitely keep an RFID.
Yes. If it's one of the fob, I would keep it in the RFID holder because
they're very inexpensive.
And maybe they're not, I don't know. I didn't do any research on the home alarms, but after this, and here's the thing. Oh, I meant to show you my book. I have this weird thing. One of my quirks, as Richie would say, is that I'm one of those prepare for disasters. Like literally, when I'm in the shower, when we were going to Jamaica, I put the shower on full force and stuck my head under it so I could learn how to breathe in case I got stuck in a waterfall. I swear to God. And then if I'm taking a bath, if I'm taking a bath, I pretend someone's trying to drown me so that this way I can get the drowning phase and the kick in and holding my breath and everything, and then pretend I'm dead so that I could just get a little air and they think I'm dead.
So, can I tell you that you're weird?
I am weird.
I've never done either of those things. I'm just saying, I've never done either of those things.
This for Christmas. Because
oh my gosh,
you never know, right? Like I practice and I'm probably going to say this word wrong because I always do, but I practice if someone's going to suffocate me. So
is that right?
And the thing is how many times do you see people putting a bag over someone's head and it's like, don't go for this, go for the bag and rip it. Like nobody ever rips the bag. It drives me crazy, right? So if you practice, right, you're gonna be able to do it. So yeah, I practice being dead just in case something ever happens, because you just don't know. But now with my survival handbook, when the apocalypse comes, I got you. I'm going to keep us. Did I say it wrong? Did I say it wrong?
Oh my gosh.
Wait, I said it wrong, huh? Is it?
No, you said it right. The apocalypse, you said it right.
Okay, because sometimes I say the acropolis, but it's not that.
No, the acropolis is is in Athens.
I did say that one time. I went to say apocalypse, but see, I just saw that word, so that's why I said it wrong. Right, I mean, but I'll have us covered because I told Rich he needs to take me out and teach me how to make fire, with sticks and stones, and I think you use dry grass or something, and you got to, I don't know, whatever. But
weren't you a Girl Scout? That I do know how to do. I can do it for stuff.
I didn't like the.
I went from Brownies all the way up. I went all the way through, from kindergarten all the way through. So I got you on this. I know how to make fire with 2 sticks.
I was a city girl. I didn't do Girl Scouts. Remember?
I was a city girl. My mom's best friend was a troop leader, so I had no choice.
My cousin has been a troop leader forever, and my nieces have been in Girl Scouts forever. So they're going to have to be with me because they'll be able to do stuff too. But remember when we went to Long Beach? That's my Girl Scout. And remember when we started going through the bad neighborhood? And I was like, I said, don't look down at the ground. Look straight ahead. Now walk with a hop.
You're like doing an urban walk.
That's right. I got that walk down, let me tell you. Rich goes sometimes, he's like, you're walking like a punk. You're a punk. And I was like, who are you calling a punk? Like, I'm not. I'm just walking. Like, sometimes I get that whole city girl.
Oh, my word.
And I don't mean it. It's not like necessarily a bad thing, but it's like, they have that swag about them in the city, Yep.
It's confidence. It's lack of fear. Exactly. You never show fear. You never show fear. You act confident. Even if you're not, you act as if, and nobody's going to mess with you. Because they'll be afraid of you. So what's really kind of funny, because I was like getting kind of depressed this week. That happened to you. I'm looking all over. I'm on Facebook. This person's mom died. This person is having major financial problems. You and I were talking about financial issues this week. There was like, what the heck is going on? They haven't had this happen in years. I deal with health problems, which I bury my head in the sand and I don't do anything about it. And I was thinking, you can't do this. You got to pull yourself out of it. You had to pull yourself out of your funk you freaked out when the car was stolen. You totally freaked out because you felt violated, right? You felt, oh my gosh. And I've had the house, not this house, but years ago we were broken into.
I can't imagine.
They stole the television set and they left the dog was sitting out in front of the door. which I didn't care about the TV. It was the dog, you know.
And you go
And it
through
was
like an emotional roller coaster. And
you
then
do.
you're
You
like,
do.
how dare I feel so awful about a car? Like, it's not health. People are going through health things and real
Doesn't matter.
tragedies.
Everybody has their own stuff that they're going through. And to them, it's major. It doesn't have to be, you had the car, that was major. Yes, someone has you know, serious illnesses. Mine's not terribly serious, but I can't sleep at night. And it's not, I have a disorder called lichen sclerosis, which I know can lead to cancer. I know that. The doctor told me. Do you think I go to the doctor and have it checked?
Why
No,
not?
I haven't been to the doctor checked in 5 or 6 years, and it's getting worse. So I knew that I know, don't yell at me. I wait until it's so bad that I want to cry. And that's what I do. And if you don't know what that is, you can look it up. It's a girly disorder. That's the one thing I told you about postmenopause. It is it's a skin disorder that attacks the vajayjay, your vulva on the outside, and it makes the skin fuse and get hard and get so itchy, and I mean you just want to claw at it. And there's a cream that'll help, but it only helps for a short time. So I need to it's the skin gets very scarred. It causes all sorts of scarring, and I know that scarring can lead to skin cancer. They did tell me that. So, but I don't think it's that bad yet. But what I wanted to talk about was we all have our garbage. Everybody has garbage at different times of the year. You can't tell me that you go through life la 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 happy. You know, you and I are probably the most up, huh?
I usually do. I'm the optimist. By the way, that's the link for the RFID.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna grab one after.
But I do. That's why it was bothering me so much, because
But that's okay.
I'm the optimist.
Because you have to honor how you feel, Rachel. Because you and I are both really positive people. I mean, we're both happy people. We're both positive. I see nothing good in wallowing in garbage. I will ignore something and act happy because I know if I act happy, I'll be happy. And that's the way I live my life. But it's okay to honor the garbage that happens. It's okay to wallow in it for a while, because you're ignoring the situation. That's okay.
I have wallowed when I called.
I know you have. And that's the first thing you should do. The second, and you've gone through the stages. The second thing you should do is you should call someone you love. Talk to your husband. Talk to a best friend. You called me. You probably called every single one of your friends, because I know you. But have that community.
Listen, she thought someone died because I was crying so hard.
But you know what? Your friends and your family are the people who are going to listen. They're not going to judge. They're not going to say, oh, it's just a car. They're going to listen, because you need to be heard at that point, no matter what it is. Yeah. You're feeling violated, or you're in pain, or you're feeling devastated, or you're feeling like I can't do this anymore. Or it could be something as a blog. I get overwhelmed with blogging. I can't do this anymore. Feel crappy about it, but go to a friend, because they'll listen. Sometimes all you need to do is get it out of your system.
Yeah. I think it's what else is
that really helps.
I had my pocketbook stolen once, where all my IDs, they even opened up checking accounts and everything else. And I didn't feel the way I did when they took the car. And maybe it's because we've worked so hard to get to where we are to afford the car, and I'm making car payments, and then, plus the perimenopause crap. So you're right. I went through the whole roller coaster thing where I was so mad. If I saw the people, I probably would have peeled their skin off their body slowly to make them suffer. That's how I felt. That's how angry I was. And then I was crying, where I did the whole pity me, like, why me? Why on this street did they come in my yard? So I
We
went through
can't,
all of that.
no knowing.
Yeah. And now Rich and I are like, and that's the hard thing too, because he was going through his anger. So when I was sad and he was angry, I was like, why are you so angry? You know, it's like, you should be upset.
Boom, boom.
So
Yeah.
my feelings are right. But now we're just like looking at the bright side that, oh, okay, so we're going to go get another car. We got insurance. Oh, that's one other thing I want to say. If you
Oh yeah,
lease a car or buy a car, make sure, if you lease a car, you have to, but if you buy a car, I don't know if you do, but make sure you have gap insurance. So we did have gap insurance. So when they give us the blue book value of the car, if we owe more than the insurance is given us, the gap insurance covers the difference. Then I found out we bought another insurance, which I didn't know. It was $249 at the time we got the car. Spread that over your 5 years, you're paying what, $1 a week or something like that. Who cares? We're getting $2,500 for a down payment. So that was one of the things I was worried about, because I was like, well, usually use your car for a trade-in, because July we were going to get another car. And it's like, well, we don't have a car for a trade-in. We're just going to get money to pay off the car, and then we don't have a down payment. So I was stressing too about the money, because then I was like, well, I can't pay my bills and get a car and do, like, what am I going to do? And you know, I called you like, oh my God, I don't know what to do about money. What am I going to do? But I had the insurance and I didn't know I had it. Actually, Rich got it because I was away with you when he got this car. But so
I remember that.
Yeah, look into the insurance with getting that extra. I think it's called not title.
I'm gonna write it down because I have to check to see if I have it. What is it called?
Vehicle. You know what? Rich will tell me what the name.
Okay. I want to check, although I probably don't. The other thing that you were dealing with was the rental.
Oh, that's the other thing. So I did not get rental, and my reasoning when I got my insurance was I'm going to be paying, $50 extra a month or whatever it was for the insurance for
rental.
Not
very much money.
If my car doesn't get stolen, I don't need a rental for an accident or whatever for 4 years. Take that money. I'd rather just pay it when it happens, because it's going to be way cheaper. So again, we were going through so much that I was like, oh my God, I didn't take the rental insurance. And then we do have, so Allstate says, well, if your car is stolen, we do give you rental insurance. And I was like, oh my God, that's wonderful. And they're like, yeah, we'll give you $10 a day. So I was like, yeah. But
so I don't have it on mine. I don't have rental insurance.
I'm glad I didn't, because you know what? Yeah. All that money at first I was freaking out about it, but now that I'm more clear-headed, I'm happy that we didn't get it, because they're giving me, the $10 a day. I went and got a car today. I have an Elantra, but whatever. It's got 4 wheels and it goes and whatever. And it came out to $200 for the week, and then I'll get $70 reimbursement from Allstate. So it's $130 for the week. So if I have to do another week, because we can't put the claim in until the car is gone for 2 weeks. So you guys got to make sure you have all this down. Like, I think you should be prepared for, we don't ever want it to happen, but theft, house break-ins, house fires, like, you have to absolutely be prepared. And maybe you have a file that you open it up and you're like, here's my checklist. Like, okay, here's this,
Yeah.
here's that.
I'm going to go take photos. I'm going to take photos. Well, tomorrow I'm taking a photo of the car now. I'm going to take a photo of the plate. So
Yes.
in case I do that, you know, because I know I'll forget. Because you get flustered.
Yeah, you do. You absolutely get flustered.
Yeah.
Rich, not the gap.
But you know what? Just because this stuff happens, I mean, this stuff happens to everyone. Not this particular thing, but stuff happens to everyone. So you don't feel like I mean, you have to remember it's not you. I mean, you're not a failure because you didn't lock the door, or you didn't hear it, or you didn't take care of something, or whatever. It's not on you. Stuff happens.
Yep. So Thursday was a crappy day. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So it's yesterday was 6 days. Yesterday was when I started. That's when I got up yesterday morning. I talked to you and I was like, Z, I got to get my crap together. And do you know the name of it?
We got a window etching. They etched the number in the windows.
Oh, window etching. I'll get all the information and put it on it.
That I know about.
So they etched everything in the window, and that was the window etching insurance. So that's why we get that other money. But yesterday I called you because it was the other thing I'm always telling everybody: think positive, be positive, and then you're positive. You know what? That is crap for something.
You know what? It's so hard in a situation like that. But you did the right thing. You got through that, and then you made a plan. Yesterday you said, that's it. I'm going to rent a car. I'm going to do something. You got to pick yourself up. Right. You got to pick yourself up, and you got to start working on whatever the problem. Get through that first section, and then just start working at it.
Here's part of my plan.
Right? I like that plan.
Yep. So I'm going to go get a massage. I'm taking Rich with me. I found these. You got that drawer with all the stuff in it. I'm going to use these eye serum masks. So
I got a bunch of mask stuff.
I'm going to pamper myself a little bit. And before the show, because today was crazy again because I got up. I didn't have a car. I was supposed to take Tyson to gymnastics. So Chrissy was like, oh, I'll bring you, or you call him to get the car. I'll bring you to get the car, and then I'll give you a car seat, blah, blah, blah. Because the car seats were in there too. So I don't have car seats for the littles anymore. So Carissa brought me to pick up the rent-a-car. Of course, I'm there, and everything's under Rich's name. So they're like, oh, he's supposed to be here. And I already told Carissa to leave. And I was like, I can't be stuck at the airport at the car rental window. So it all worked out, though. He redid it in my name, and I got the car. But by the time I got home, I didn't have time to bring Tyson. And then all the 3 kids wanted to come over. So they wound up over, which they always make us crack up because they're just 3 crazy little ones. And so I had my bathrobe on. I was dressed, but I had my bathrobe on. So Carissa texted me. I guess she's checking on me. So about 10 minutes before the show, she was like, are you doing the show tonight? And I said, yes. She goes, you're not wearing your bathrobe, are you? You're better than that.
That's why you're wearing that. And so I was going through the stages, and you work your plan, but you said something really important. Do something for yourself, because when stuff like this happens, not only do you feel depressed, but you beat yourself up. And so stop and do something. Like Rachel is doing a spa day. She's going to go, get a massage. For me, it might be something like picking up. I have a lot of books that I find really inspirational that I've had for years that I read over and over again. This one is called Live What You Love, and this is called Changing Your Course, and it's by a couple called the Blanchards. If you ever get a chance, they're quick reads. There's big prints, but they're a couple who left I believe it was Vermont, and went to live in the islands, and they opened a restaurant and completely changed their life. And it's just they're just wonderful books, and I always feel good when I read them. But the other thing is, if you have, we were talking about financial issues. Sometimes you can't just or you don't want to spend the money for a massage or a spa day. I go to Groupon. I'm like a Groupon. I will hunt a Groupon for and Spa Week for spa discounts, because I love them. So I love to go, and it's just an expense. But it doesn't have to be something like that. It could be as simple as you never go sit in Starbucks. You go through the drive-through, sit there and relax for a little bit. Just take some time for you.
See,
I know. I thought that's what made me think of it.
Carissa, Carissa's my Starbucks buddy. She's always like, the joke is, whenever Carissa and I go to a store or something, it could be wherever, there could be not a Starbucks in 10 miles within that store, but we come back with Starbucks because it's like, we're out, got to go to Starbucks. So
keep it coming, because I'm retired Starbucks, so you're paying me.
Yeah, but Groupon it. So yes, when she said that, but I said no, I'm dressed, and what I did was I went and this shirt I put on, and it's funny because you were like, oh, you look sexy tonight. And it is a little bit of cleavage. However,
yes, it is.
You know what? It did make me feel good. Let me tell you, all week, if you saw me, you would have been like, oh man, girl, you got to do something with yourself. Like, get yourself together, because I really did look how I feel, because I was so stressed and so,
normal.
I even put on my favorite jewelry. Like, this is my sands bracelet of
I know that
I've been or that I want to go. So this is a favorite piece. This thumb ring, it's a cheap ring that my grandkids got me, and it says, I love Mimi. So I love this ring. This one, when we went to Disney with the entire family, it's my Disney Mickey Mouse ring. And this reminds me of my grandmother, because she used to get me all my charms. So, and then my wedding ring, which never comes off. But I grabbed my favorite jewelry.
You got the Tiffany ring that Rich bought you that time that I love.
Yes, that's behind my
yeah. I love that ring. I just think it is so thoughtful to walk in there and do that.
Yes. So that's what I did. And this too has a little sparkle on it. So I said I want to be sparkly. So yeah, so I said, okay.
You got to do little things to pick yourself up.
And I didn't do my hair crazy. I kind of just left it, like whatever. As a matter of fact, when I did a couple little curls here, and literally I didn't even do anything. I didn't go like this to it, nothing. I was like, all right, whatever. I'm good.
You look great. You look great. And you did the right thing. You did the right thing. You did the stuff to make yourself feel better. And you know what? And then you can laugh. After it's all over, you'll laugh.
I wish I had a push button stink bomb that I could set off in the car. That's what I want.
And then you really laugh.
That day. It's like, drive on this, you stinker. Bam. Stink bomb. Next car, low jack. That's the other thing I'm telling you. Low jack. I'm not going through that again. At least I get it.
So I have a question, and I think I know the answer to that, because I have OnStar. That's like having LoJack, right?
OnStar. If I had OnStar, I could they could locate the car.
Right, because I have OnStar.
Yeah.
And I do keep it. I have OnStar. And the first reason I kept it was, well, I also added the Wi-Fi because I'm OCD, and if I get someplace where we don't have any service and I can't use my phone, my car has Wi-Fi in it, which is great. I can use my computer. I can hook up to the Wi-Fi
Well, that's
through the
awesome.
OnStar.
That's good to have.
Yeah.
So I just want to say something to Vicky right now, because Vicky is going through something right now at this very moment, because she is stuck in Indiana. Their truck broke down and she's stuck in a hotel for 3 days. Indiana, skies are beautiful there. Go outside. It's nighttime. Go look at the stars. There's all different stars in that part of the country than over here. So, like, if I'm away somewhere, because we got the Big Dipper, it's like it's huge right where we are. Go outside and like see if you can find the Big Dipper, or look at the stars, or maybe at the hotel.
Go for a walk lobby.
What?
Go for a walk, explore. The fresh air will make you feel better. A little exercise gets the endorphins going and makes you feel a little better too.
Oh, exercising made me feel better last night too. I had a great day yesterday.
Yep.
Right? I kept calling you going, and guess what? And guess what? And you said, go ahead, say guess what one more time.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You did it like 5 times. You said, guess what? And you say, guess what? And then she says something else. And guess what? And I'm like, all right, just spill it all. Just throw it all up, because you don't need to put that in.
You were like Clint Eastwood.
I'm
feeling lucky today, punk.
Exactly. So I'm glad you're feeling better.
I am.
And I hope, yeah. And just remember that all of these things are temporary. That's the thing. You still have to go through it, but in the end, these kind of things are temporary.
They are.
Now, if it's not a temporary thing, that's a whole nother ball game. And I know you had mentioned, if it's not temporary, seek help.
Yeah. So if you're depressed and
or terminally ill, or
you're not getting out of it, seek help, because there's medication, or there's people to talk to. And I said I want a therapist because I'm confident now that I'm totally all about sharing. So, but I want a guy therapist, and I want him to almost look kind of like Dustin Hoffman. And I want him to have a black couch that I could lay on. Like, I don't want to sit in a chair and talk.
Have you ever been to a therapist? Have you ever been to a therapist?
I haven't. They make me sit in a chair. I don't want to sit in a chair. I want to lay on a couch. I went
to a therapist through high school, and then when the episode, which we don't talk about because I don't want to hurt anybody else, happened, and my life was crashing. My life completely crashed and it fell apart. And I went to a therapist. It was pretty funny. And I went for a few sessions, and he looked at me, he goes, "I'm not your girlfriend. The way you're talking to me, just go out with your girlfriend. Have a good time. Talk to them like you're talking to me. Save your money." She said, "You got this." Well, because I have no problem talking about stuff, as you know.
Well, maybe you should get a couch, like a leather couch.
That's actually what I went to school for, advanced therapy, which is a psych degree.
And you'll sit there with a pad, because I just wanna lay on the couch, and I wanna just spew.
How does that make you feel?
Yeah.
And how does it make you feel?
It makes me feel like that word I can't say anymore on Facebook Live.
There are always things that you can do to lift your spirits. I see people you and I know who have terminal illnesses who just enjoy every day.
That's right. Yes. And but I love the make a plan and stick to it, and have great thoughts and try to think positive, but thinking positive isn't going to get
thoughts don't get anything done.
Right.
No, I am. If you could see I can't do anything without a list. I have these notebooks all over the place, and each page has lists on it. Some are blogging lists, some are household lists, some are Compass Girls lists, some are the brand connection lists. I'm such a list maker, and then I cross them off. And I got to tell you, it feels so good every time you cross something off. The goal is to get through it.
I'm going to be totally honest. I make lists, and sometimes if I do something, I'll add it to the list and scratch it off so I got something done.
That's okay. That's kind of like that's, you know what? That's like putting a little fire under you, saying, "Oh, I did it. Now I can go do something else."
Yes.
That's not bad. It's whatever works for you, Rach.
Yes, and I also recommend.
Are you telling me you lie on your list?
I do. I lie on my list, but technically I'm not lying because I'm putting something that I did. You know, because I always get like lost in other things. But
so Rachel, if you haven't, Rachel is the queen of. I got an idea. We got to do it now. So you know how you're supposed to ready, aim, fire? She's ready, fire. Oh yeah, was I supposed to aim? Let's do it. So, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that as long as you go back and you aim for the next one. So
sometimes it works out really good, and other times it blows up.
And other times it doesn't. And my job in our partnership is to rein her in. That's what I feel my job is with you.
Yes.
Is you have these incredible ideas, just incredible ideas. But sometimes I have to rein you in because you go faster than without even thinking of the consequences or taking the proper steps or thinking, so you think globally, right? And I think locally. So I hone in on those little things and you think about the big picture, which is great because now you got it both covered. So you come to me and you go, "We got to do this." And I go, "Oh my God, we can't do this. We can't do this." I'm out. What do I say? You say that to me, go, I'm sorry, Rachel. I love you, but I'm out. I always say that to her. No, I'm not going to be part.
She does. She says, "I'm out. I love you, but I'm out." And I go, "Okay. But so you could just give me your ideas." And within like 24 hours, she's like right back in. I got her in.
And I'm doing the details because that's what I do. I do the details. And then like just for example, we were trying to come up with a name for something and she's all over the place. And it's like, what do you want? What do you want it to say? Not just what's the name. She was, we have to come up with a name. No, we have to figure out what we're trying to create with this to name it. What is it? Let's get down to the minutia. Let's say, what do you want? What do you want this to be about? On the very base level, what do you want people to get out of this?
Now, we got Rich and Katie on here now. Rich is saying
Katie, right? Katie knows.
And Katie's like, "This is true. Truth."
So Katie and I will talk behind your back in front of you. Right?
Well, wait.
So you can see it.
The last thing, I'm not going to say what it was, when you were like, "I love you, Rach, but I'm out." So I called Katie. I was like, so I talked to Zippy. She was like, "I love you, but I'm out." You know what? She'll be back in. I said, give her some time because she's going to have to come up with ideas. I'm going to pick her brain. I'm going to get her brainstorming. She'll be back in. She just doesn't know it.
Oh my God. I'm out. Because Rachel wants to do everything there is to do in the entire world. And I want to do one thing.
Katie said, I said to her, she's not out.
I didn't know how to tell you because I always have to say, Rachel, I'm out. I love you and I love what we do, but I'm out.
Okay. All right, you're out. I do that to Rich too. Yep. Okay. We're not going to do that.
Yeah. So I need to, I just can't, you just can't throw me into the fire. I need to walk in slowly.
Yes.
I don't jump into the swimming pool. I walk down the steps.
Which works
That's
out
the
good
difference.
when I'm having.
Rachel jumps in the deep end. I walk in down the steps, and I know that about me, and I know that about her.
Yeah. And yeah, you're good with crisis because you come up with details. I've used Katie's ear quite a few times too. And
Yeah,
so your detail, and Katie is more I mean, she's detailed, but she
So what Katie can do is take your global and my minutia and put it together so that it fits really well, just like that. That's what Katie's
Katie
really
also has that when you're in a crisis, Katie gives me that I need, because I need to give that out too sometimes. So
Yeah.
Katie helps with that. And I don't know. I guess this is why you have to have many friends, because if I called Tracy or Lisa or Eileen, like everybody gives me a different piece, which makes me whole.
Right. So we ran over and we didn't talk about travel, which we weren't going to do this week because we thought this was
run over.
We went over, but and this is week 2 that we were going to talk about Massanutten. And I almost wore my Massanutten t-shirt, but we'll get to it eventually. I didn't tell her that we were doing it this week, so we're
Next
good.
week we're going to do Massanutten. But this was important. I wanted everybody.
This is really important because of you, and because I'm seeing all these horrible things that people are. It's good that they're talking about it on Facebook. It's really good. It means they're getting it out of their system. I think it's okay to do that, because you need support, and you need support somewhere. And there are people who don't have support at home. So I don't think social media is a bad place to get support.
But now,
if you don't have it.
Like, I didn't write every single day, oh my car, I'm so upset. Like, that gets too much when you see people writing every single day. I think that's too much. Like, and I was miserable, don't get me wrong, but that's where you need your in real life friends, and call them and talk to them and talk through it and do what you need to do and figure out a plan and get that blueprint down and start actually working it, because I'll tell you, I can't even explain how good yesterday was. Like, I've been having such crappy days, and yesterday, like I said, well, 2 days before I talked to you, I talked to Katie, we made plans, we talked about stuff, and I really started implementing them. And then yesterday it took off because I made myself do it. And then it was like, guess what? And I was like, so excited. So I'm just going to keep that momentum going. And yep, we went way over. So next week we're going to announce our 5 winners, because we have 5 next week for the RFID. We gave you that link for the RFID holder. They're so cheap. I mean, under $10. So please go grab yourself one for your keys and your credit cards. And
you can always cry into a glass of wine. No, I'm kidding.
Life give you lemons, get wine. I don't get lemonade. I got wine. Oh,
yeah, I don't mean that. And you know what? This Chris wine is really good. It's really a nice wine.
That is good. I want some. I'm going to try it. But Friday night, I went out and I went to Fit Body, and we had a little celebration of our 6-week thing, and I had 4 glasses of wine. What?
You're stalling?
Yes. I had 4 glasses of wine, and I got tipsy, but I was all happy. And then the reason I drank the 4 glasses was because I needed it, but I knew I wasn't going to be one of those crying tipsy people. If you're feeling crying, then don't drink, because the whole like boohoo sobbing drunk person is not good.
No, that's you don't want to feel sorry for yourself.
No. I felt good though, but
that's good.
4 small glasses.
So keep on sharing.
Yes.
keep sharing this because you get credit for sharing for the prizes, and keep commenting. Tell your friends all about it. Have your friends come on over to see us on Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, and all the times in between. And we'll see you next week.
We will see you next week. Have a wonderful Wednesday evening, everyone. Ciao.
Ciao.